Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Donald. Today is January 24th, 2025, and we have an extraordinary episode for you. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. At 1,000 subscribers, we can go live with news and updates. Let's dive into one of the most fascinating topics of our time: the declassification of assassination records for President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. For decades, these tragedies have haunted the American consciousness, leaving behind countless questions, theories, and what-ifs. Now, President Trump's decision to declassify these records promises new revelations, or does it? Could this move be an effort to unearth hidden truths, or is it a strategic distraction? Let's break down everything we know, explore the mysteries that remain, and ask the questions that demand answers. President John F. Kennedy's assassination on November 22, 1963, in Dallas, Texas, remains one of the most shocking events in American history. Officially, the Warren Commission concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in shooting Kennedy from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. Yet, from the very beginning, the public doubted the lone gunman theory. The timeline: JFK was shot while riding in an open motorcade. Texas Governor John Connally was also injured in the attack. Kennedy was pronounced dead shortly after arriving at Parkland Memorial Hospital. The suspect, Lee Harvey Oswald, was arrested hours later, but was killed by nightclub owner Jack Ruby before standing trial. The Warren Commission report, released in 1964, the report declared Oswald the sole perpetrator. It was criticized for failing to address inconsistencies and leaving key questions unanswered. The grassy knoll theory: witnesses reported hearing gunshots from the grassy knoll, suggesting the possibility of a second shooter. CIA and FBI involvement. Declassified records have revealed that both agencies withheld crucial information from the Warren Commission. Could further documents expose deeper government complicity? The magic bullet controversy. The single bullet theory posited by the Warren Commission has been heavily debated. Was it physically possible? Some researchers speculate that unreleased files may confirm involvement by foreign governments, the mafia, or even rogue elements within U.S. intelligence agencies. In the words of journalist Jefferson Morley, the missing records hold the keys to America's darkest mysteries. The immediate aftermath of JFK's assassination saw a nation in mourning, but the skepticism soon began to overshadow the grief. Polls show that over 60% of Americans believe in some form of conspiracy, a staggering indictment of the Warren Commission's findings. Historians like Oliver Stone, whose film JFK reignited public debate, argue that the cover-up itself is one of the greatest betrayals in American history. On June 5, 1968, Senator Robert F. Kennedy was assassinated in Los Angeles shortly after delivering a victory speech at the Ambassador Hotel. RFK's death, much like his brother's, has been shrouded in suspicion and unanswered questions. What we know: the shooter, Sirhan Sirhan, a Palestinian immigrant, was arrested at the scene and later convicted of Kennedy's murder. Sirhan claimed he was motivated by RFK's support for Israel. Ballistics evidence. The prosecution argued that Sirhan's gun fired the fatal shots, though some forensic experts have challenged this claim. What we don't know: the second gunman theory. Multiple witnesses reported hearing more shots than Sirhan's gun could have fired. Could there have been a second shooter? Mind control allegations. Sirhan has repeatedly stated he has no memory of the event, leading to speculation about hypnosis or psychological manipulation. The Ambassador Hotel's role. How did Sirhan so easily access a high-profile figure with minimal security? Was there a deliberate lapse? What could be hidden? Declassified files could reveal whether RFK's death was part of a broader conspiracy involving political rivals, intelligence agencies, or foreign actors. Sirhan's lawyer, Lori Dusek, has argued there is clear evidence of deeper forces at work here. Others suggest that RFK's progressive policies and his potential to unite a fractured nation made him a target for groups seeking to preserve the status quo. Public response. RFK's assassination devastated a nation already reeling from the Vietnam War and civil unrest. His death was seen as the shattering of hope for a better future. Conspiracy theorists like author Philip Melanson have long claimed that the true perpetrators remain at large, shielded by layers of bureaucratic secrecy. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the civil rights leader who inspired a nation, was assassinated on April 4, 1968, in Memphis, Tennessee. Officially, James Earl Ray was convicted of the murder, but doubts have persisted for decades. The crime: King was shot on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel. Ray, a small-time criminal, was arrested in London 2 months later. Ray's guilty plea: Ray confessed to the crime, but later recanted, claiming he was a patsy in a larger conspiracy. House Select Committee findings. In 1979, Congress reopened the investigation and concluded that King's assassination was likely the result of a conspiracy, though no definitive evidence was produced. Government surveillance. The FBI under J. Edgar Hoover monitored King extensively. Did the Bureau play a role in his death? The Raoul connection. Ray claimed a man named Raoul orchestrated the assassination. Who was Raoul, and did he exist? Military involvement. Reports suggest military intelligence units were present in Memphis on the day of the assassination. Was this mere coincidence? Many believe that the remaining files could expose a cover-up involving federal agencies. King's close associate, Reverend James Lawson, has stated, "The full truth has never been told, and it is time we confront it." Coretta Scott King, his widow, also believed in a larger conspiracy, stating, "There is abundant evidence of a wider plot." King's assassination unleashed a wave of anger and despair. Urban riots erupted in over 100 cities, reflecting the frustration of a movement that had lost its leader. To this day, King's death remains a painful reminder of America's struggle with racial justice. President Trump's decision to declassify these records has drawn both praise and skepticism. Transparency advocates like the National Archives applaud the move, while critics suggest it might serve as a political distraction. Some analysts argue that Trump's timing could be strategic. Political commentator Ana Navarro said, "This declassification is a shiny object to keep the public focused on historical intrigue while the administration pushes controversial policies elsewhere." Others see this as a genuine effort to address public demand for truth. Historian Douglas Brinkley remarked, "If these documents answer even a fraction of the questions, it will be a historic moment for democracy." The declassification process is set to unfold over the next several months. Experts predict that while some revelations may be groundbreaking, others will likely disappoint. The public's response has been mixed. Online forums are buzzing with renewed interest in these cases, while skeptics warn against sensationalism. One Twitter user summed it up, "We've waited decades for these answers. Let's hope they're worth the wait." Will these documents finally provide closure, or will they only deepen the mysteries? Could this move lead to broader discussions about government transparency and accountability? And that's our special edition on the declassification of JFK, RFK, and MLK assassination records. What do you think? Will these revelations change how we view history, or is this a distraction from current events? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Daily Donald, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.